Yo, what if I told you Mitsubishi's cooking up an SUV that could make you ditch your Creta or Seltos without a second thought? A compact beast with a secret weapon that'll blow your mind by the end of this video. Stick around, cause I'm not spilling it yet. Welcome to Gear Tickler, where we don't just talk cars, we live 'em, breathe 'em, and dream about 'em under the hood. I'm your host, just a guy who's been wrenching on engines since I could hold a socket, and today we're diving into the 2026 Mitsubishi XFORCE. Is this subcompact SUV worth your hard-earned cash? Let's hit the road and find out. Picture this, it's 1985, I'm a kid sneaking into my dad's garage, staring at his Mitsubishi Pajero, that boxy, go-anywhere legend that made me fall in love with this brand. Back then, Mitsubishi was the rebel of the SUV game. Think rallybred grit, not cookie-cutter crossovers. Fast forward to now, and the XFORCE is their latest shot at recapturing that magic. Launched in places like Indonesia and the Philippines in 23 and 24, it's a B-segment brawler, squaring up against heavyweights like the Hyundai Creta, Kia Seltos, and Toyota Rush. But here's the kicker, it's got a vibe that's less Me Too and more Watch Me Steal the Show. Let's talk meat and potatoes. Price. In the Philippines, the XFORCE runs from about 1.367 to 1.596 million pesos, roughly 24 to 28 grand in US dollars. For 2026, I'm betting we'll see it nudge up to around 25 to 30 grand in markets like the US or Middle East, where it might wear the Outlander Sport badge. That's not cheap for a subcompact, but hear me out, it's not just another grocery getter. This thing's built on the Expander's platform, tuned for Southeast Asian roads, which means it's ready for potholes, floods, and whatever chaos your commute throws at it. Ground clearance? A beefy 222mm in some markets, though the Philippines gets 193. That's still enough to hop curbs without sweating. Now, let's pop the hood. The XFORCE rocks a 1.5-litre four-cylinder, naturally aspirated, pumping out 103 horsepower and 141 Nm of torque. Yeah, I know, those numbers won't set your hair on fire, but it's paired with a CVT that's smoother than a jazz track on a midnight cruise. It's front-wheel drive, no AWD option yet, but Mitsubishi's tossed in active yaw control. Yep, the same tech that made the Lancer Evo a corner-carving myth. It's like giving a family SUV a shot of rally DNA. Plus, you get 4 drive modes: normal, wet, gravel, and mud. Wet mode? That's a Mitsubishi first, perfect for monsoon season or that sketchy puddle you didn't see coming. The design? Oh man, it's like Mitsubishi took their dynamic shield grille, cranked it to 11, and slapped it on a boxy body with T-shaped LED headlights that scream, "Look at me!" It's 4.39 meters long, 1.81 wide, and 1.66 tall, with a 2.65 meter wheelbase. Think Kia Seltos size but with more attitude. Those 18-inch alloys and 225/50 tires give it a stance that says, "I'm not here to play nice." Inside, it's a tech party. A 12.3-inch infotainment screen, an 8-inch digital cluster, and a Yamaha-tuned 8-speaker system that'll make your road trip playlist sound like a concert hall. The GT trim ups the ante with synthetic leather seats, a power tailgate, and enough cubby holes to stash a week's worth of snacks. Rear seats? 40 hours 20 minutes and 40 seconds split, reclining, and ISOFIX ready for the kiddo's car seat. But the real gem? A collapsible cargo floor that fits a balikbayan box or two. Filipino families, you know what I'm talking about. Here's where it gets spicy. The XFORCE won a 5-star RC and NCAP rating and an IF Design Award in 24, so it's not just pretty, it's safe and smart. Dual front and side airbags are standard, with curtain airbags on the GT. You've got hill start assist, traction control, and a reverse camera, plus blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert on higher trims. But let's be real, the infotainment can lag, and the engine's a bit gutless on highways. If you're passing a truck at 70 miles per hour, you'll need to plan ahead. Compared to, say, a Honda HR-V with its turbo kick or a Toyota Yaris Cross Hybrid, the XFORCE's powertrain feels like it's stuck in the slow lane. Now, let's take a detour into history. Mitsubishi's been down this road before with the ASX, their last subcompact SUV that fizzled out in the Philippines after 3 years. The XFORCE feels like a redemption arc, blending the Expander's practicality with a dash of Pajero swagger. And speaking of swagger, Let's talk about that HEV variant that dropped in Thailand in March 25. It's got a 1.6-litre engine paired with a high-output motor, hitting 24.4 km per litre, about 57 miles per gallon. That's Prius-level efficiency in an SUV package. No word on a US release for the hybrid yet, but with Mitsubishi's Momentum 2030 plan pushing electrified models, I'd bet we'll see it by late 26 or early 27. Release date? Indonesia got it in November 23, Philippines in July 24, and Thailand's HEV in March 25. For markets like the US, Africa, or the Middle East, I'm calling Q1 2026, maybe as the Outlander Sport. Why the delay? Mitsubishi's likely fine-tuning for stricter emissions or adding that hybrid powertrain to more regions. They're not rushing, this thing's gotta hit the ground running. So, is it worth it? If you're after a stylish, practical SUV that can handle city streets and the occasional backroad adventure, the XFORCE is a contender. It's not perfect, the engine's underpowered for thrill seekers, and the price pushes premium territory. But it's got character, safety, and a vibe that's pure Mitsubishi. Now, here's that secret weapon I teased, the XFORCE suspension. It's got McPherson struts up front and a torsion beam rear, but Mitsubishi tweaked it with a larger caster trail and bigger rear shocks for a ride so smooth it feels like you're gliding over Manila's worst roads. That's the kind of engineering that makes you forgive the modest horsepower. Alright, gearheads, we've cruised through the XFORCE's highs and lows. Imagine you're behind the wheel, T-shaped LEDs cutting through the dusk, Yamaha speakers bumping your favorite track. Is this the SUV that'll make you fall in love with Mitsubishi again? Or is it just another face in the crossover crowd? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I want to know what you'd pick over this. If you're as obsessed with cars as I am, smash that subscribe button and join the Gear Tickler crew. Until next time, keep your revs up and your dreams on four wheels. What's the one feature you'd add to make the XFORCE your dream ride? Think about it.